Hello students, welcome back to another session of Advanced Object Oriented Programming. In this video, I am going to demonstrate about using managed bean. In this demonstration, I will be using text field to get the input. If you have any doubt about that, you can watch Unit 3 video. Now let me begin. So I will use NetBean here. So I already opened it. I will go to the new project. So after choosing this new project, choose the category Java Web. Then you will find the project Web Application. Click on it, proceed to the next. Now we can select where you want to create your project, the location, and we have to give the project name. For example, I will say Managed Bean PRG. I gave like this for our understanding, and after that proceed to the next. Now we have to select our web server. So it's already in Glassfish. If it is in different, select to Glassfish, and whatever the version of J2EE you want, you can select it. I am using 7. It's the latest one here, and after that proceed to the next. Now we can go to framework. We are going to work with the JSF. Select on JSF, and after selecting this, you can also able to see if you have different library, you can also select it. By default it is 2.2 here, and there is a configuration file. We need not to touch it. In future, if you want to work with the different framework component shoot, you can select it. In the next unit, when you are going to work with menu, I am going to use prime faces, but at present I am not selecting this one. Keep it as it is. Now we can say finish the project. Once project is created, we can see the project in the Project Explorer, where you will find web page as one folder, source package, library, configuration file. So these are the project area here. As you know that we have web.xml, which is already registered with Faces Servlet. Okay. So we are not going to do anything here in the configuration presently, and you can see just for your view, there is a Glassfish library which connected all our APIs, and 1.8 JDK library is loaded here. And we have our web page where we are going to create our design. Source package is the area for creating our managed bean. So by default there is a index page already created, and in the website area here there is a WebInf in which the configuration file already loaded. Okay. Now I am going to create the design. So to create the design, what I am going to do, I will just go inside the H body tag inside. Now here I will just right click my mouse and select on insert. It shows a pop-up in which I am going to select the JSF form. Once you selected JSF form, it creates view with the form. So view is the default tag, to prepare the view, and form is to get the user input. So inside this, I am going to say, for example, I am planning to get the username and for example phone number, any person name and phone number. So enter the person name, I say, and I will get input. I will use the input tag. If you press I, that is input. All input tags are showing. You say O, output tag. Otherwise, you just put colon. You can able to find all the tags. Okay. So in which you can also easily find. Okay, I will say input text, and we are going to say ID. For example, I say this is input 1, maybe I say name is N, for example, and we will get the value. So value I will assign laterally, and just press /, it will be ended with the tag will be entered here. Okay. If you are going to say complete only like this, and the end of the tag automatically appear, you can select and complete your code. For me at present, I am not going to make any child event here. If you want to make any child event here, you can make it. At present, we are not going to make. So to simplify the code, I am using slash and I am completing my tag here. So in the same way, I will just copy it, I will just paste it here. I will say here, instead of the person name, I will say enter the phone number, and I will say the ID as, for example, P. For my understanding, I put, and I need a command button, okay, to process the value. So I will say h colon command button, okay, ID, maybe this is command button 1, maybe anything you can say, command button C or button 1, we can give like this, and we are going to say the value that is going to be shown. So value is maybe submit or press or something, we can say submit, and what is the action you want to take, okay, it's going to connect the next page, or you, after proceeding the click on the button, what do you want to connect. I will say I will prepare a new page, for example result. I am going to say result is my page where I am going to connect, and I have to create a new page, that is a result. So in order to create and show the page, I will come to the page, right click here, select new, you will find a JSF page here. If not found, we can go to other. Not found means we can go to other, and we can collect JSF, Java Server Faces, in which you will find JSF page and proceed. What is the new page I want? I want to create a result page. So I will say result. Okay, then I will finish. So result page is prepared as like index page, just have body tag. Okay, we will prepare the output laterly. At present, let it be like this. Okay, I am going to show the first of all the design. Okay, let me execute it, and before execute I will show how server will work. It's a server already ready. Okay, Glassfish. Once our application is deployed, you can find our application here. Okay, I am start running on it. You can see the progress in the output window here. Is getting deployed. So once application is deployed, our username, the person name, then this is the text field, this is the text field, there is a submit button here. Let me show you the Glassfish side. There is application here, you can see managed bin PRG is deployed. Now once you have clicked this one, it will go to the next page. I am not entering any value, maybe you can enter the value here. You can go to submit, it goes to the next page. Next page you have nothing, I don't have any value, it will be connected later. Okay, so at present design is ready. Okay, design is ready, I am just minimizing it, and I will go to my project. I am going to the project. Now we have to connect our code, this value, to the managed bin. So I am going to create managed bin. So here in the source package, right click over here, new. If there is a managed bin presence, you can select it, otherwise go to other. In the other, again JSF, choose the JSF, Java Server Faces, then you can come to the managed bin, then say next. Here you can give any class name. For example, I say user is my name. Okay, and here you can see the object name what is prepared. Here you can see the scope here. It's mixed with CDA also. It's not only 2.2 with managed bin, it's also mixed with CDA concept. I will clearly give you what to do. Just give the class name, whatever that you want, and we can say finish. So this is a class prepared for us. Okay. So named mean it is CDA based. I don't want to use this one. So the dependent, this is also CDA concept, because 2.2 already with the managed bin deprecated. So we will just delete it, and also we delete the imports. Now we can prepare the managed bin. How do we make bin? Managed, M capital, managed bin. Okay, in which we are going to say state our name of the bin. So name of the object, maybe I say object, OPJ, object is OPJ, and we have to say eager is true, we are going to say. So why for? Because managed bin is a lazy one. In order to get active, we are going to say eager is true, and instead of calling this user, we can able to call through this object. Okay, Once you type this one, you can click over the icon what is showing here, and in which there are annotation bean, there are faces bean. We are going to select the faces bean. So remember the second one, Java X faces bean manager bean. This one we are going to work, not the annotation bean. Okay, once you did it, you can see here the import is added. In the same way, once manager bean is done, we have to add the scope. So at present by default, what is the scope is request scope. Request scoped. Okay. Once you type the request scope, again there is an error message appear here. Click over this, and again faces bean requested scope. Okay. So faces bean package only, remember. So once it is added, you can see it is added. Okay. Now our bean is ready, and what for we are using this? To get this input. What is the input? The person name, the phone number. We have two variables. So we have to declare here. So private string, it is a string variable. So I will say p name, person name, or name, any variable related to this for our understanding. After that, private phone number is a long number. I will say long number ph. Phone number is a long number. After typing this, after the constructor, there is a constructor by default created empty constructor. After constructor, you can keep your cursor here, right click over and choose insert code. In this, we are going to prepare getter setter method. There is, if you want to prepare only getter or only setter, we can select. Together you want to prepare, there is a getter setter method here. Just select it. And what are the variable we have? For all variable, you just select here, or if you want to select any particular, you can select over here. Or you can also use select all mean, you can also select all. Okay. After that, generate getter setter method. Now you will see for phone number and name, there is a get p name, set p name, get ph, set ph. So getter setter method by default we are generated. So our bean is ready, managed bean is ready with requested scope. This managed bean must be connected with our input. So here I am going to use, what is our object? Object is OPJ. So OPJ dot, if we make, how do you, we have to use expression language. How expression language begin mean? Hash. Okay, then curly brace. As curly brace you make, inside that we are going to call our object. So OPJ dot, we will find the variable that we declared, p name, that's a first variable. The same way, hash curly brace OPJ dot phone number. So we connected it. Once we connected, when we press the submit button, once we press the submit button, the value of the p name and the phone number will be assigned to the class variable, to this variable through the setter method. Setter method will assign the value, and it is going to assign the value to the actual variable p name and ph. Once it is assigned, what way we are going to access this data? So I assigned the scope is request scope. We can remember the scope of the variable. So scope of the variable in the unit 1 already we discussed. We have different scope: application scope, session scope, view scope, request scope, none and custom. And in this video, I am going to show all these request, video, session and application. At present we are typed request in a sense single HTTP request. Okay, I will differentiate this one by one. First of all, let me show the request scope. Okay, so how request scope answer is going to, I show the value. So I have result page here. So once button is pressed, I want to show my value in the result page here. For example, I will say your name is, I will call again through the expression language only we can able to access the object. So object dot, I want to show your name is name. Okay, if you want to design next line, I am just breaking the line. Your phone number, is Ash object dot ph. Okay, phone number and name we are showing. So what will happen if you are going to press the button here in the index? Once it is pressed, action is going to be taken and it is going to call the result page. But in the result page, I am used to call the expression language to show my object name with the person name and with the phone number. So my phone number and name will be showing in the result page. This is the plan. Once you completed, save the project. Okay, save, then execute the program. I am executing once again. Now starting, you can see the bottom here, it started working. So a new page is opened. This is asking again the name and the phone number. For example, I am showing my name here. For example, I am typing my phone number here. Just for example, it's not my phone number. I am just typing on some number. Okay, I am going to submit now. So it is went on the result page and showing the value whatever that I entered as a name and as well as the phone number. Okay, so this is the way that the user manager bean going to work. Okay, so at present I shown the request, so meaning one request only. So if you are going to call the result in another page, for example, if I am going to run once again the view, okay, for example, only view I am running, so it will not be able to get the result value in the next session. I mean next, so it's empty. See, I am just calling the result, so it is not coming because it is a single request. I am opened another time, the value is not coming. Okay, so single request mean only one request can be accepted, that is request scope. Okay, I will change the scope now, you will understand. Now I will close this one. I will close. I will go to manager bin. I will say what do you call session. I will just close this one. I will just comment this. I will create at session scope. Again we have to import it, faces bean only. Now I am going to run and I will test in the same way like what I did earlier. Now I am going to give the value. Okay, phone number, some number I gave. I am clicking on, my value arrived. Now I am going to run the result page. Result page, what is the result page? Only showing the value whatever that is assigned. Previously in the requested scope it was not showing, but I changed the scope now to session. Now I am expecting the value. I am expecting if I am running the new window, my value should come. Okay, it's not saved, I think file is not saved. I will just first of all, I am not assigned through previously running, no? Previously running window itself I am running. First of all I will execute a new window. After changing this, it was previous running window and I directly run this one. Once again I am running, it will deploy again. Now I am going to assign phone number, submit it, value is assigned as like normal. Now if you are going to say running this one, result page, it should come, or otherwise we will also copy and paste this URL because the session ID may be missing. If it is session ID is missing, let me copy this. I will put it in new URL and I will change here like this. Maybe the session is not obtaining here. I will say result.xhtml. Yeah, the session is missing here, I think. I will give this and only change the file name. Not coming. File is saved. Once again Okay, I'll just copy this, I'll paste it here, enter. It's going to the next page, right? I want to show only result page. Now the value is arrived. Maybe it's not properly deployed. Okay, value is arrived. Okay, you can copy, you can make it n number of times. In all the time, multiple HTTP is working because it's a session scope. I will run. See, again the value is coming. Okay, so multiple time it is working. That's what session scoped. So mean multiple HTTP requests can be access the data. So now I will show the next one. View scoped. View scoped means it is going to show within a single page. Within a single page means in our application, index is the starting page. Only within the index page we can able to see the value, but not in the result page. Result page value will not come. Okay, let me do one thing. I will just change the. I will just comment this one. I will start the other, that is view scope. Okay, import again, faces bean oriented, this one, faces bean, view the scope. Okay, now I will save this program. I will start again. Okay, I'll start again. So the value should not come to the result page. Okay, if I am entering some name and the phone number, I'll just submit. It will not come because it is a view scope. So if I'm going to open within the page, for example, I'm closing this one. I'm going to call index page itself. Action is index. I'm calling within the page. Okay, within the same page. INDEX. Okay. Now after this button, maybe I will, after the form or after the button here, I will copy the same thing what I did in the result page. I will copy it. I will paste it here. Okay, for our understanding only. I am going to, because I want to show the result. Okay. So once you are start running this, now you can able to view the value within the page. So previously I tried to access the value in the next page. So in the next page the value were not coming. At beginning there is no value. So if you are going to give the value and phone number, okay, submit it. What happened? Scope is a it's sometime, you know, outside the form it's not working. It will be accessible once it is assigned, not expected. Anyhow, I am just refreshing it once again. And I will submit it. So it is opening again. No? So I will just say simply, instead of calling this index, maybe consider as another view. I will say type. Okay, type equal to submit. I say type is submit. Okay, yeah, simply submitting the value. Okay, submitting the value. Now it's coming because index itself it is considered as another request. Okay, so I'm simply submitting the value. So submitting value, what I changed here is in the type I say submit. I am not called any action. If I called action, it is considered as another request. It is considered as another request because it is a single view. It's not another. If I am going to call again, even though I am calling index page, it is through the action. So what happened? It is considered as another request. So it was, the value was not coming. So when I change it to type is submit. Submitting means the value is submitted within the page itself. Once I submitted the value, so the value is appearing here. You can change the value now. I am changing my name. I am giving some number, another number. So I'm just submitting it. So now the value is coming. If we are going to call the result page, for example, let me call the result page. Result page will not come because it's a view scope. I'm just copying it and pasting it, and I will change the result. Already I shown, anyway, once again I'm trying result.xhtml. So what will happen? Value will not come because it is a viewed scope. Okay. Now I want to show the next scope, that is application scope. I will close this one. I will go to the next scope and I will revert back this one. I will just copy and I will just change it. Excuse me. I will change it back to action. Action to result. Okay, let it be. Now I will go to the user managed bin here, and I will comment this. I will make a new one. It's application scope. Application scope. So what is the application scope? The entire application user can be accessible. So it is all about server, web server. From the web server, any user who are all communicating. That means if I am using one browser, that is related to one session, one user. If I am using another browser, that is related to another user. So in that way, I'm going to test it. Okay. So now import this faces bin application. Okay. Now I will just execute this program. Okay. Execute this program. I'm going to give the value. I'm going to give some number and I'm going to submit it. So it is submitted, value is coming. I am working on this Edge browser here. I will go to another browser. I will copy the same address. You can copy from here. What is this? Localhost index.html, this one. Result, no? This is the result page. Let me open it and run this. Okay. This is the result. Okay, it's going to show here, right? Or you can also call the same thing. Okay, no worries. Where is it? I will take another page. I will copy this URL. I will go to, even though we are not copied, it will work now. This is going to show the index page only, but I want to see the result page. I will go to result. Well, it is not coming. Let me execute once again. Maybe it is not properly deployed. Sometime if it is not properly deployed, we have to run again. Okay, I'm going to assign the value, some phone number. I'm submitting. Value is submitted, and I'm going to the another browser. This is another browser, that is a Chrome browser, where I'm going to execute. You see, this is different browser, this is different browser. One browser is connected. This you can have multiple requests here. This is another browser. This is a Chrome browser. So what I entered in the Edge browser is coming to the Chrome browser. What does it mean? In the application level, from the web server, any number of user can communicate and access to this data. So this is application scope. So based on the scenario or usage of our application, we can declare our scope. Okay, I put here all the scope. So based on our application, you want to access a single HTTP request, we can use requested scope. You want to show within a single page, we can use view scope. You want to access multiple requests, that is a session scope. the entire web application want to show, meaning different user is expected to use the data, we can declare application scope. So these are all about the managed bean. Okay, so I will upload this program to your e-learning. You can also get access to this one and you can also practice it. Thank you very much for watching this video.